Hello everyone and welcome back to another day of science. We're going to continue talking about life cycles today, and I want to talk first about the video I asked you to watch yesterday. So you were asked to watch a video talking to you about life cycles, and in that video you learned that a life cycle is the area of time containing live beings' life changes, right? So my life cycle is from the time I was born, and it will continue until the time I grow all the way up and I'm even older than I am now, until the time I die, right? That's my life cycle. All of the things I do in that time is my life cycle, okay? And then, say, a frog's life cycle is the time it's born until the time it grows up and it dies. Okay, now think about a frog's life cycle and my life cycle. Think about how I would look, or a human would look as it's born, and how a human looks when it dies. Think about that. Okay, now think about what you learned yesterday in the video about frogs. What do they look like when they're born or when they're little? Do they look like frogs? They don't really. Okay, they don't really look like frogs. So, would my life cycle be similar or like a frog's life cycle? Not really, because when humans are born, I'm a human, you're a human. When humans are born, they're born looking like their adult selves, just smaller, right? Frogs aren't like that. There are species or types of living things that don't look like their adult selves. And so, in their life cycles, during their lifespans, they do a lot of changing. And so, that's something we're going to do some talking about and some work with over the course of this unit. And especially next week, we're going to focus on one thing in particular. Okay? So, if you haven't gotten a chance yet, please make sure you go in and look at Mondays and Tuesdays' work. And then today, here's what I'd like you to do. I would like you to go in and I would like you to think about two different types of animals. Okay? So I would like you to don't use humans and frogs as your examples, because I took those. I used those because they were in our video. You can use other ones, excuse me, but those are my examples. So on your Seesaw activity page today, here's what I want you to do. I want you to come up with one example of a species that grows up looking like itself, like its adult self. Okay, it looks the same all throughout its life. It might change a little bit, right? It might get bigger. Its body appearance might change. Like, my body hasn't looked the same my whole life, right? My hair has gotten darker. I've worn different clothes. I've pierced my ears. Things like that have changed, right? But overall, I've looked like a human the whole time. And then I want you to think of another life cycle where the animal has not looked like itself the whole time. Okay, like the frog. So frogs hatch from an egg, and then they're tadpoles, and then froglets, and then frog, tadpole, froglets, and then they're adult frogs. Sorry, I thought I forgot a stage. But there's 4. Okay, so they go through a lot of stages before they become adult frogs. So I want you to think of one animal that does look like itself when it's born already, and one animal that doesn't look like itself. Okay, so you can draw or put pictures up of those two animals. And then if you can give me a couple examples, that'd be great. And if you want to just do some talking through a voice message, that's great too. Okay, see if you can do that for me for Wednesday. Okay, otherwise you have this video to watch, and I may or may not post another video for you. We'll see. See if I can find another one for you. But otherwise, I just have this one. And then you have time to work on Mondays and Tuesdays activities also, okay? Good luck, everyone. See you tomorrow.